It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. Welcome, everybody. We have the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great, in some minds, Kenny the Jet Smith. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics going up against the Golden State Warriors. And a nice roll continuing right now for Golden State. They must be satisfied with the way things have gone for them over the first few months.
It's an All-Eastern Conference matchup in today's game as the Celtics come into town for this one.
Clean game, huh?
Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. Take a look at the Warriors. These guys have been getting it done pretty much everywhere in the midst of a good stretch here. Back home again could propel them to another win.
I'll tell you what, this building has been really a tough place to come in and get a win. They really play their best basketball when they're home. Not surprising, but it certainly makes them a difficult team to beat when they're on their home floor.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Johnson is out there with Olynyk, and it's Crowder in at the three. And what a matchup we have between the guards here tonight. Smitty, as a guard yourself, did you ever try to one-up your assignment over the course of a game?
Yeah, you do. Sometimes you start listening and saying, hey, they had this guy ranked at my position a little bit higher, so you went at him. But then the ultimate for me at my position back then was Michael Jordan. But I had to go through Joe Dumars, Sprewell, Mitch Richmond, that two-guard position.
So many good
Clyde
players.
Drexler, it was unbelievable. Allen Houston, the list can go on and on and on.
Every night.
Every night.
There was never a night off.
No way.
Here's Thomas, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Johnson. That shot off, and Golden State will come the other way. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
I mean, no stress in that one. A game almost looked like a shoot-around for them. I mean, amazing at how well they shot the basketball.
It sure seemed like everybody on the team was in the zone. It'll be interesting to see if they are able to keep up that sweet shooting stroke.
Here's Olynyk following the score by Golden State. Crowder, the pass to Olynyk.
You know, you talk about coaching trees. Steve Kerr in his first 2 years already has had 2 assistants grab 2 head coaching jobs, and him himself, he coached under the best in the business.
And the Celtics, really since the departure of the big three and Rajon Rondo, doing an amazing job of stockpiling assets and draft picks all along while still being competitive. So you had to know, though, that front office wouldn't hesitate to make a big move. This is an organization that seeks to compete for championships and nothing else.
Here's Thomas following the basket by Stephen Curry. Johnson kicks to Bradley. He dishes it to Olynyk, shoots the 3, knocks down the 3 ball. Olynyk's got 7 points in the game.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
And the Celtics last season in a quote-unquote rebuild mode. And yeah, Greg, they were among the best teams in the NBA, certainly the East. Did they need to make any trades?
You know, they basically had to start combining assets. They were already one of the deepest teams in the league. They had 3 first-round picks in that 16 draft, 3 second-rounders. At some point, you have to make a quantity for quality trade because you only get 15 spots.
And here is Curry after Avery Bradley was able to get the triple. Curry gets the bucket.
Getting into a nice groove here. Hit 4 out of 5 to start this game.
Now here's Thomas. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Heat in Miami. Now the Warriors moving it up. Now let's find out what head coach Brad Stevens had to say to David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, he talked about the importance of how tight-knit this group is. He said it's really starting to get to where they can read each other's minds out there. One guy can see another cutting without even looking up. It's a lot of fun to watch. They're hoping they can keep that fun up tonight. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Dave, thanks. And guys, the emphasis on quality shooting, getting those chances identified by their coach is a key for them.
I think that means they must work as a complete unit out there, cooperate, sharing the ball, and try to limit the one-on-one play.
The ball cannot stick. It has to move from side to side. They have to move the defense around to get high-quality shots.
Now, here's Green, following the miss by Avery Bradley. Good on the shot. 6 points for Draymond Green.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
They didn't look like the well-oiled machine we've come to expect every day. I don't think we'll see that from them too often.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. David West, he's checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. Ian Clark's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Now, here's Green. He's coming off a 10-point game against Cleveland.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game.
Smart kicks to Jerebko. Zeller. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Fantastic pass to connect with his teammate on the move.
Second chance shot. Count that one. Green's got 10 points.
I like seeing the determination from Green on the boards. Just relentless.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Outside, Green puts it up. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
He's really lucky that one went in because that was a pretty sloppy possession overall.
Now here's Livingston. Tight defense on him. And that one, good.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Celtics trail by 6. Brown sets a screen for Smart. They set the pick. Jerebko dishes to Smart. Right through the D for the layups. 35 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Livingston. It's hauled in by Brown. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Unloads from 13. It's rebounded by Golden State.
All alone inside. He's just going to have to shake that one off.
Here's Clark. They get the rebound. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Warriors shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And David West drops them both. And here is Green. He averages about 5 points a game. And here's Brown outside.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Because he's really good defending all.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stats-wise?
They've won the effort battle, and that's allowed them to control the backcourt.
Pure hustle and desire for the ball on the glass. As long as they continue to give it their all, they'll be in outstanding shape.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Boston, Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Tyler Zeller out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Thomas in at the one.
I like the aggressiveness, but against that type of defensive pressure, he's out of his element.
And in a draft class full of great wing players, it is easy to sleep on Jaylen Brown, but he can become a great player. Has everything you want from a wing in terms of skill set and that physicality. He could have a ceiling just as high as anybody else in this draft.
They caught the D in a rough spot and took advantage of them there.
Pachulia, he's checked in for David West. Celtics also with a sub. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Marcus Smart. Thompson outside. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Thompson's got his first points of the game. And you look at Jaylen Brown, he can go at the rim, pull up to shoot, plays good D. If his jumper gets a little more consistent, he can be scary.
Yeah, and that is what this team was hoping for when they drafted him. Just looking at the areas that he needs to work on, they are all, I think, correctable things. He's going to put up a lot of highlights over the course of his career.
The mobility of Kevin Durant, showcase right there. So smooth getting to the rim.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, some might say that Draymond Green has a big mouth. Klay Thompson said he talks to us, himself, coach, the other bench. But Andre Iguodala had to cap the fellas. He said if you're having a conversation about potato chips, he's going to make sure his opinion is heard.
They love that edge he brings, D.A. Absolutely. Thanks, Zeller. A screen on Thompson. They grab their own miss. Crowder, the pass to Zeller. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Incredible. He was shooting the ball with good rhythm in the first quarter. Now he is just unconscious.
Curry's shot is good.
Stephen Curry feeding off the contact from the defense.
Now a timeout called by Boston. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Well, there are a lot of great players in the NBA that come off the bench, act as the sixth man for their team. Who would be your pick right now, Steve, for the best sixth man in the NBA?
I think this award has his name all over it. Jamal Crawford. Right. And then a guy,
he's 37 years old or 38 years old.
Every year he's either 1, 2, or 3 in my vote. I mean, it's amazing he's been doing it year after year.
So many different teams, so many different cultures. But he seems to adapt every place he goes.
But he still looks like he's like 22 years old.
Isn't that amazing? And loves the game.
Yeah.
He has great zest for the game. Some changes for Boston. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Zeller. And it's Johnson in for Brown. Outside Thomas. Stolen by Thompson. Pass to Iguodala. No good on the shot. Johnson with some nice D. Celtics trail by 7. Crowder kicks to Thomas. Back to Crowder. Dishes to Thomas. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Screen by Olynyk. Outside Bradley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Crowder. Good on the 13-footer. Warriors leading by 5. The shot by Curry, no good. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Crowder against Iguodala. Crowder kicks to Thomas from past the arc. Wow, through the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. Well, Isaiah Thomas, a first-time All-Star in 2016, only the second player in NBA history, 5'9" or shorter, to merit that honor. I didn't know that.
Yeah, following in the footsteps of the legendary Calvin Murphy, and for a guy taken with the 60th and final pick of the 2011 draft, Thomas no longer Mr. Irrelevant. Another step in his quest to become the best under 6-foot basketball player to ever lace him up.
And the Warriors a very good defensive team, Steve, whether they're playing big or going small.
A reason why they have intelligent guys that know how to play the game of basketball on the defensive end. They switch a lot, they get their hands in the passing lane, and they are great communicators.
And the basket by Johnson.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Here's Livingston, and the shot goes down. Livingston's got his second basket of the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That is his first foul of the game. And the Warriors making a change here. West is checked in, and a change for the Celtics. Smart's checked in for Thomas. Olynyk against West. Johnson outside. Pass to Jerebko. Shot clock at 6. Olynyk lays it up and banks it in. Olynyk's got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Livingston, that's good. Livingston's got 6.
You see he's feeling it now. Shot looks much more in sync this quarter.
Inside, here's Green. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Livingston, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Taking good shots overall, hitting a high percentage of them. That's what has this team rolling.
Now here's Smart. He's covered by Livingston. Smart dishes to Green. Johnson, the pass to Olynyk. Here's Green. Misses off the left iron. The Warriors have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. And it's Clark slamming it down.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. It's stolen by Livingston, and here comes Livingston, leading the fence.
Fantastic effort from Sean Livingston on the defensive end. Hands active, coming away with a steal, and finishing at the rim.
Here's Smart. Here's Green. No good, trying to beat the... And we finish 1 half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson. Nobody had an answer for Draymond Green in the first. He had 10 points and 4 rebounds. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they've been rewarded for dumping the ball inside, keeping the defense honest. You have to mix it up. A little bit outside, a little bit inside. Now that separates teams.
And Shaq. And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
As we return to Oracle Arena, we get a glimpse of the commuters on BART, the public transportation system here in the Bay Area. Bay Area Rapid Transit. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. A fantastic game from Draymond Green in this one.
I tell you what, though, it's going to be important to see if they can slow him down in the second half, because so far they have not had anybody that can disrupt his rhythm down low.
Well, they need to find something to contain these offensive outbursts from him. I would imagine changes are on the way for them.
He adds the Splash Brothers in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Durant, and it's Pachulia in at the 5, down low. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Warriors leading by 5. Green with the ball. Out guarded by Crowder. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Up top, Curry, guarded by Bradley, 13 feet away. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And while we can, let's have a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who have been the most efficient scorers in the NBA this month. Kevin Durant, number 1. And, of course, Stephen Curry.
Both of these guys have been shooting with tremendous efficiency as the month has gone on. I don't know who's going to outdo who.
And Olynyk kicks to Johnson, and it's blocked by Curry.
Love seeing Stephen Curry get up and send that one back.
Kept alive. Here's Thompson, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Thompson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Warriors.
Gotta love how he did give up on the glass, and because of that effort, he comes up with the putback on the offensive rebound.
Although it isn't clear-cut that Curry is the best player in the game right now, he certainly has the best case. Back-to-back MVPs, and Steve, the impact he has on the court is just peerless.
You can throw other names in as well, but Curry and his back-to-back MVPs puts him in elite company. He is quickly rising on the all-time greatest players list. He's earned it, and he has transformed the art of shooting.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, it's always a transition and a difficult one for college coaches to come to the pros, but Celtics coach Brad Stevens made one of the smoothest we've seen after leading Butler to back-to-back national championship games. You hear that buzz from players to opposing coaches. Greg Popovich said, "I really respect what he does. His team executes. I'll still watch his Butler tape. Trying to learn some stuff, to be honest with you. High praise indeed, fellas."
And Popovich, really the godfather of the active coaches right now, D.A. His voice carries certainly a lot of weight in this league. Thank you. And Thomas with the block. Crowder against Durant. Crowder kicks to Thomas. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Stolen by Durant. From the baseline, Stephen Curry again. Curry's got 6 in the quarter.
And the wingspan for Durant, so disruptive. Such a great scorer. I think people overlook the strides he's made at the defensive end.
Now Thomas, great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. Here's Green. A second chance effort. He gives them a double-digit lead.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
The Warriors have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. Some changes for Golden State. West comes in for Jaja Pachulia. And Ian Clark subbed in for Steph Curry. Smart's checked in for the Celtics. And Smitty, you were just starting in the league when NBA basketball games were becoming what they are today in the 90s. The popularity of the game has just increased so substantially. Was it strange to see yourself being portrayed in video games as we see now, and how did you react to it?
You know, very humbling, Kevin, to get a chance to see yourself, your name being called in the video game. But what I did like, Kevin, I was so skinny, and the video game had me looking buff with muscles and everything. So I like that.
You look pretty good right now.
Yeah, that's because you're my friend.
And now a chance to take a look at the shot chart.
And this is a grown man shot chart right here. Not too much going on outside, but look at how things are for them in the paint. They are attacking the rim and not settling for the jump shot. And right now it's paying off in bunches. If I'm them, then I'd continue to do the same thing going forward until an adjustment is made.
Thomas with the ball. In the corner, Smart with it. That's good, and it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 3 assists in the game. Here's Durant, and no good. Bradley with some nice D. Celtics trail by 9. Smart kicks to Thomas. Crowder with it. Now Green defending. Back to Thomas. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Thomas got 5.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
The reason why, he has such a great touch. You got to have that shot inside with the big guys.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
If you aren't going to at least step in front of him, you can't be surprised when he throws it down like that.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State, Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Green, and it's Livingston in for Thompson. Then for the Celtics, Jerebko's checked in for Jay Crowder. Brown comes in for Bradley, and it's Gerald Green in for Isaiah Thomas. Warriors leading by 9. Time now for an injury report. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge for an update on Jaylen Brown. David?
Well, guys, I had a minute to catch up with the Celtics' head athletic trainer. Unfortunately, it sounds like a very serious injury. And if he were to be out with an injury now, it would really hurt this team, Kevin, because they count on him to do so many things.
David, thanks for the great update. We appreciate it, and we really hope for the best as always.
And he's a tough guy. My guess is he'll be back before we know it and better than ever.
And I'm sure his teammates want to see him come back very, very soon.
For Sean Livingston, a lot of his scores come from him hitting a jumper on a smaller guard. His post-up game and turnaround shot are one of the hardest things to stop in the league.
And so many people say, well, he has an advantage because of his size and height. But first of all, you got to have the ability and skills to handle the basketball as a point guard. And so what, you're down there with smaller guys. You have to have skill set to make those turnaround jumpers. And also the mid-range game, that's an art. Sean Livingston has mastered it.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
They look like they're having some fun out there today, but it's always easy to enjoy it when you have a big lead.
Green, no luck.
He just looks uncomfortable offensively, really over the course of the whole game, and it's killing his team.
Celtics trail by 15. 17 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Smart. He's got 5. Just 5 to shoot. Jerebko kicks to Zeller. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. It's going to be on David West. The Celtics shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Good on both. Livingston. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Warriors ahead. They lead by 13. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Okay, hey, bottom line is, good things are going to happen, bad things are happening. How you respond is the biggest key. Let's go.
Brad Stevens moments ago, focusing on what they can do now rather than worrying about what's already happened.
Yeah, and this is all you can do. Put all of your energy into this moment. The past, the future, they don't matter.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Warriors leading by 13 on the floor for Boston. Brown and Crowder are your forward pair. Thomas and Smart, the feisty backcourt pairing. And it's Olynyk in at the 5, roaming the paint. Brown dishes to Thomas. Smart wide open, he fires. Had the space there, but it's offline. Green inside, defended by Crowder. And that one's good. Green.
When you get the rock to Green down low, he is a wrecking ball, using his body and arms so well.
They set the screen. Pachulia against Olynyk. He feeds it to Crowder. Poked away. Clock at 6. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. And Green slams it in.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
Thomas, no good. Warriors leading by 17. 18 feet out. Well, we all know that Iguodala does more than what shows up in the box, but you can't overstate how important that is to a team. Executes all the little plays, Steve. You know things you need, and then it shows up in big moments.
You know, Andre Iguodala is one of those players, whatever you need, you said it best. But clutch plays down the stretch. And he's also one of those guys that you love to have in the locker room for other guys to learn from. He keeps things very jovial and light for his team. But he's a guy that when it's time to play, the prankster in him goes away when he gets on the court.
Amir Johnson's checked in for the Celtics. Bradley comes in for Smart. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Add another triple to their second half total.
3 ball, 3 ball, 3 ball. That's what we're hearing in the second half. What I like there, fantastic defensive rotation. Just suffocated him at the point of attack.
Crowder, the pass to Thomas. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
Okay, his shot isn't there tonight. It's a major reason why they're behind. He needs to start sharing the basketball.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Bradley can't get it to go.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
He needs to regroup, catch his breath, and take some high-quality shots. He'll never be the most intimidating guy at his position, but he'll surprise you with his leaping ability.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Well, we're hearing less about flopping now, thank goodness, than we did a couple seasons ago. The league started issuing penalties for the worst flops. You think that's made a difference?
Yeah, I think so. Guys were, it was getting carried away. A lot of Hollywood was acting right there. And I think for the NBA's, it's hard. You see guys full speed get hit, and some of these guys are acting like they got hit by a Mack truck. So I like the fines for flops.
And of course, you never flopped.
No, not at all, Kevin. No, not me. No way.
We've looked for the tape. We can find none. None. And Curry with the stuff.
When the basketball's in his hand and he rises up to take a jump shot, you always think he's going to get in. He is starting to catch fire, Stephen Curry.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
The Warriors has had some turnovers in their coaching staff, and Steve Kerr, give him a lot of credit. 2 guys in the first 2 years leave to get head coaching jobs.
And one thing that makes Steve Kerr unique, he really does empower his assistant coaches.
Yes, watching him on the sideline, you can see he lets his assistants have a role on this team. Look what happened last year. Luke Walton in the first 43 games of the season, he was fantastic, and Steve Kerr stayed out of the way.
Right wing, fires the 3.
It has not been an easy quarter for him offensively, but I like that he's staying aggressive.
Crowder kicks to Bradley. Feeds to Johnson. There's a good screen. Thomas gets a wide open look. Good on the triple.
Sometimes it's all about patience. His first 3 of the game, something to build on.
And Curry, here we go. And Curry with the stuff.
The creativity of Stephen Curry is on full display right there.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Outside Thomas. Johnson the screen. Thomas dishes to Bradley. Outside Crowder. Fade away. And that's an air ball. Not even close. Iguodala right side. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And the Warriors lead by 16.
Andre getting the offensive juices flowing. Just a confident player who likes taking those type of shots.
And here is Thomas. Olynyk, a screen on Curry. And the wide open shot from Crowder. Crowder with another miss. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Curry. That one goes. Count it. Curry's got 12 points in just the second half.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Warriors.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well. And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Draymond Green. He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
You gotta love when you can get looks this close to the basket.
Here's Livingston. Second shot opportunity, and the layup good by West.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
They're already celebrating. People are walking to the door, smiles. This one is over. Terrific court awareness to hit his teammate with a perfect pass in transition.
Over in the corner, Green. Durant kicks to Livingston, and there's the feed to West. 14 feet away, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
They did. Fantastic run here to really put this game to bed.
Zeller with it. West picks him up. There's the dish to Green. Off the screen. It's rebounded by West.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that move the basketball.
Those types of shots are low quality. You're not going to win too many friends on that one.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
This was a case of one man getting hot, and then
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They won.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thanks, Kevin. Now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Draymond Green. That's going to do it for